Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man, alright. So, we have a few more days left for the triple money that's available for the survival missions. They're really fun. It's a good challenge. You get some decent pay out of them as well. And it's really fun to do in general. A lot of folks don't really know that much about the survival missions, haven't really played them that much, or haven't played them at all in a long time. So I put together this guide which talks about some of the best hiding spots or cover locations to complete the survival missions. Alright, so first up, Boneyard. Boneyard's kind of actually a difficult map. There is a decent location. This little warehouse right here is right pretty much at the beginning and middle of the map. It is difficult to defend because you'll have enemies coming from both sides, but you do get chopper cover. And if you can position some sticky bombs or tear gas on one entry, you can focus on the other because there is two entries into this particular warehouse. So if you get the actual enemy NPCs cornered and you kind of corner camp around each entrance, you can do devastating damage just like I'm doing right here. And I was able to complete this solo all by myself. So as a matter of fact, every single one of these survival missions I've been able to at one point defeat solo by myself, but they are obviously easier to complete with crew or some friends. Now, none of these methods are foolproof. You could obviously easily die. However, these give you the best chance. If you go around to the outside of this little warehouse right here, there are these little dumpsters that you can get inside and kind of hide behind. These are actually really good. They may not give the best aerial protection from chopper fire from the NPCs and the actual buzzards. However, the ground NPCs, the bad guys on foot, they cannot shoot you in here. It's pretty funny. So if you time your shots correctly, you can get kills and not even really take that much damage. As you see right here, I've got multiple enemies approaching me and I'm able to subdue them and take them down without having any kind of issue and going into cover. As you see right here, an enemy comes up and it's just in the coding. They just can't get the shots off. They're not able to see any part of your body. They don't stick their gun inside of the actual dumpster. If they get too close, they'll just back off, and it allows you to take pop shots at your convenience. So the next map up is Del Perro Pier. Now, Del Perro Pier has a little alley that's kind of in the middle. It's almost directly in the middle of the map, and the enemy NPCs will come from either side. So you're able to use this alley, and you can position the dumpsters if you have an up and atomizer and kind of create some defensive cover on both ends, as you see that we've done right here. And I'll show you that in just a minute. But this allows you to be able to corner the enemy and you funnel them into a choke point, and it allows you to devastate them and destroy them again at your convenience. Now, as always, before you do these, you want to make sure that you have full armor, you have all your snacks, have some good capable weapons, a combat MG, an up and atomizer would definitely help out. You don't have to have it, but it would help out. A good carbine, plenty of ammo, and you'll be successful at this. These locations are accessible to armor and health, so you'll be able to replenish after each wave. As you see right here, I'm using the atomizer to position the dumpsters at where I need them, and it creates choke points and defensive barriers for you to be successful on both sides. So you can easily get shots off it. You're defended well. And the NPCs aren't going to use any kind of explosives against you, which is nice. The later waves will use miniguns, but again, they don't burst fire, or they don't long fire like you would in free mode. They just burst fire, just a little couple rat-a-tat-tats. So the next map, third one up, is the industrial plant. The industrial plant towards the back corner has a Connex container that you can actually get inside of and take cover, and it allows you to pin down the enemy NPCs at their spawn locations, which will be to your left, center, and towards the right. A couple of well-placed proximity mines, sticky bombs, or tear gas canisters will assist you in destroying any of the enemies. Big shout out to Brian for the Win 13, Daryl SCF, and Cool Ryan for helping me out last night. We destroyed all 9 of these. We had a blast. It was so much fun. We had a good time. And just so you guys know, you can call in airstrikes and Merryweather backup support choppers with this. We found that out last night. That's a pretty cool little tip and trick right there. So make sure you utilize that and make that a advantageous part of your strategy. You like how? Okay. Anyways, though, but yeah, this Codex container really does help out. If somebody is getting beat up a little bit and shot up, you can get back in there, health up real fast, and then swap out places. It can get a little crowded. Watch out for explosives and things like that. Be careful not to drop any kind of explosives or grenades, and then you may kill yourself. So that definitely helps out. And you can get get some good cover, good shots against the choppers, take them out, and you'll be able to get through this without a hitch. Now, next one up, the fourth survival map is Legion Square. Now, Legion Square is a little bit different. There's not a lot of cover. There's one particular area. It's this tunnel right here that you can get inside of, and you have 2 entries, right? And it's kind of you got some hiding spots right there. You can kind of corner camp. However, the only problem is that the NPCs may not be willing to come down in this particular location. So you might be stuck and having to go out there and actually fight it out with them. So we came up with the ingenious plan. And as long as you treat this with care, it'll work for you. And it'll be very, very successful. And it helped us dominate this map. We were able to steal vehicles, which will be just parked around the map because it's just inside the city. And we actually built a fort, a barricade, a base. And we used 4 vehicles. We were able to give ourselves some barricades. And that helped us be successful in this particular survival mode because there's not a lot of cover in general. You're just kind of wide open. And you get attacked from all areas. And the enemy is pretty far apart. They're all spread out. So you can get shot. You know how the NPCs have laser accuracy. So you can get shot from a lot of angles, and without any kind of cover, it can be a precarious situation. So as long as we made a little rule: don't use any explosives unless you're well outside the the car castle, right? And be careful when you're shooting your weapons not to shoot the vehicles up too much, and just pay attention to the vehicles and make sure that they're not smoking or they catch on fire and blow up. Even if they do blow up, you can still use them as cover, but you just don't want to be anywhere near them because you will obviously die. But they give you great cover right here, as you see, able to shoot through the windows. We did minimal damage to the vehicles. Just pay attention to what you're doing and how you're shooting the weapons, and you'll be successful. You got cover for choppers that come in. You can all angles will will be affected by this, so you got covered on all 4 sides, which is really nice. Choppers come in, you can concentrate your fire. And of course, if you are solo, you won't get as many enemy NPCs attacking you, and you won't get as many choppers. If you have more people, you'll have more enemy NPCs and choppers, but you'll be able to dispatch them in a proper fashion. So this worked out great for us. It was so much fun. It was awesome, and we were all quite entertained by it, and very proud of ourselves for doing this. But yeah, it takes no time. You can easily steal the vehicles and get them parked. The first couple of waves aren't that difficult, so even if you have to spend a wave or two to get the vehicles in place, that's fine, no problem at all. So fifth map up here is the Maze Bank. Maze Bank is similar to Legion Square. It's kind of wide open, but we found a couple of spots towards the back of the map where these hedges will hide you, and you have the concrete barriers, which are part of the design, the architectural design of the Maze Bank rotunda, I guess you could say, or just the outside square area. And it allowed us to have some really good cover and to be able to attack the enemy NPCs on their actual spawn points. You can create a choke point, and you have plenty of lines of fire and lines of sight to be able to dispatch the enemy NPCs accordingly. And as they progress from down on the bottom level up the stairs, they're just fish in a barrel. You can toss C4 or tear gas anywhere from this particular area, and you'll be fine. You'll have cover. You won't have too much cover from the choppers, but once again, you'll be able to dispatch of them, pretty quickly. The vehicles that drive around down on the ground, you'll have access to them as well. Just make sure you watch your health and armor, and you'll be fine. And with the choppers, don't forget, if you quickly kill the pilot, the chopper will go down and crash. Or if you don't have access, you can just take out the gunners. There's 2 gunners on the choppers on either side, and the chopper will be made useless, and you can take your time with it. Next up, the 6th map is Process. Probably my favorite, one of my favorites. There's 2 maps that I recommend going with to spam over and over. They're the easiest. I love Processed. If you get into the dumpster right back here in the main little hangar area, this warehouse area, it's kind of like the other dumpster in Boneyard. They really can't shoot you or hit you. You're covered on all flanks. Some well-placed C4, tear gas, and you can just wreck this. And it's very, very easy to... I've I don't think I've ever lost, maybe once or twice on process. I got it down pat. I've done this one probably more than any of them solo. So very easy. You can take out the choppers pretty quick. You can kind of hide behind the actual warehouse with the ceiling right there, and you'll be fine. Next up, number 7 is the rail yard. And the rail yard, towards the back where all the actual tracks are, there is a open car train container right here, and you can get inside of it, and you can cover all angles, and you have some nice line of fire angles, which you can protect yourself and take out the enemy NPCs quite easily. Plus, as you get the hang of it, you'll start to pinpoint their spawn locations, and you can just corner camp and basically shred the NPCs as they approach in between that building, the Jersey barrier, and those boxes right there, and you can take them out. A couple of well-placed tear gas or C4 will help dispatch the enemy as well and give you a leg up on defeating them and becoming victorious on this particular survival. Really fun, good time with this one. Again, you have a roof above you, so you've got aerial protection from the choppers, so that helps out, and you can pick and choose the time and place that you want to engage with those choppers. You can kind of just leave them be, focus on the enemy players that are the enemy NPCs that will be approaching you, and take them out. And it really does help. As you see, here's another spawn point right here. As they come out, you can just mow them down. Second spawn point right there. As they approach, you can just mow them down. If you start getting hit, just keep an eye on your health and armor. If you start getting hit, just back up a little bit. You can toss out a C4 or two at the entrance, and as they approach you, just take them out. Just be careful, though, obviously. Don't want to blow yourself up. But, I mean, it works out great, and you can just literally shred any NPCs that are coming down at you and take care of business. When you're ready to take out the chopper, you can just go ahead and, make your advance, auto lock, or free aim. Either way, use both, doesn't matter. Take out the pilot or the gunners and render it useless. Now, my second favorite, and a fan favorite overall, is going to be Sandy Survival. The 8th map we have in this video today. Sandy Survival, you have this white fence right here, and on the front of it, it says Chinese restaurant, I believe, on the front, spray painted on there. But if you get behind this actual fence right here and you climb up on the dumpster that's back here, which the dumpster will already be there, I was just showing you that you can move it around if you want to with the up and atomizer. It creates a wall glitch. Your head can't be seen, and you can literally annihilate the NPCs that are spawning. You know all their spawn locations. It'll be a left flank down the middle and a right flank. Every now and again, a couple stragglers will flank you on your 6, but you can take those guys out no problem at all. And as you see right here, I mean, you can just mow the enemy down. Their main point of attack will be that center location in between those two garages, and they just can't hit you. They can't shoot you right there because it creates some kind of like a little wall glitch, and you can just knock them out. And those are my two favorite: Processed and Sandy Survival. Processed Survival and Sandy Survival. Let me say it one more time. If you guys want to make some money easily and get these knocked out 100% solo by yourself, do Processed Survival and Sandy Survival mission, okay? Those are the two best ones, and make sure you use those locations. Now, the last one is the Sawmill Survival location. This one's a little bit different. Not my favorite one. It's more of a challenge, but there is good cover locations, but sometimes you have to go hunt down the NPCs. As you enter the actual sawmill, this little kind of walkway right here, it kind of wraps around in a roundabout way, so to speak, of the sawmill, but it does give you cover. As you see, your whole body is hidden down, and you can kind of maneuver and flank the enemy NPCs by following the whole entire track. And as you go into the saw chipping, holding area where the conveyor belt is right here, you can climb up in here. You have full protection, and you can use this exit right here and corner camp the walls and take out the NPCs as well. And if things get a little too rough, you start getting hit, you can just fall back into that little conveyor belt tunnel location area, heal up, auto heal or regen, get an armor on, vest or whatever, and you have access to the backside where the NPCs will be at as well. So I hope this video helps out. You guys definitely, these are fun, good money. Good time. This is more of a guide. This isn't like a money making guide. You do make decent money with these, but it's more about the challenge of being able to complete these, and they are fun. I promise you, it's a cool time. 90,000 to complete these, and if you do processed and sandy, you can make that 90,000 15 20 minutes, and you'll make some seriously good cash. So if you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button. You guys stay dangerous. See you the next one. Peace out. Yeah.